Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name's Jake, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about Hiveon announcing a new pool for ERGO, Nvidia's dropping prices, and will we get to see some more 3080s in that drop? ETH merge, interest soars on Google, and Vitalik wants to burn staked ETH? What's up with that? Alright, before we get into it, if you would, hit that like and subscribe for me, and we'll move on to profitability for today. Looks like Ethereum is still on top, coming in at $45.97 in revenue, $35.87 in profit after power. Neoxa is climbing back up there to the second most profitable, Ravencoin coming in third, Ethereum Classic, Conflux, ERGO, Vero, Flux, and Zero, and the usual suspects. So, Nvidia. Looking at an article from Tom's Hardware today, Nvidia to further drop prices of GeForce RTX 30 series boards in coming weeks. Nvidia's next generation GeForce RTX 40 series ADA Lovelace graphics cards are rumored to be mere weeks away, going up against the best graphics cards. But they are not going to be cheap initially. If you want something cheaper, it may be time to consider buying a GeForce RTX 30 series Ampere board, as they are reportedly going to get even cheaper in the coming weeks. Nvidia's add-in board partners, or AIB partners, are planning to cut prices of GeForce RTX 30 series products already later this month, according to reports from China-based MyDrivers and Zoll that cite their own sources via video cards. At present, it is unknown how significant price cuts are going to be and which cards will get cheaper, but the reports indicate that they will get more affordable than they are today. In fact, promotional campaigns for higher-end GeForce RTX 3080 Ti, 3090, and 3090 Ti that will put them hundreds of dollars below MSRP for limited time are also planned. Both AMD and Nvidia are expected to introduce their next-generation Radeon RX 7000 series and GeForce RTX 40 series GPUs in the coming weeks or months. Before doing so, they need to sell off existing inventory, which is why both companies are going to slash prices on existing graphics cards. Since Nvidia appears to have more GPUs in stock, price cuts on GeForce are expected to be more aggressive when compared to the price reductions of AMD's Radeon products, though AMD's GPUs are already selling well below MSRP in most cases. It should be noted that Nvidia slashed prices of its higher-end GeForce RTX 30 series boards in mid-July. In fact, many of those boards are sold below their new MSRPs right now. To add some context, here are the existing EVGA prices when compared to the two recommended prices from mid-July as well as original MSRPs. So there you can see we've got the 3080 original MSRP. I don't know why they don't have that one listed, but pricing didn't change there. Don't see any mid-July pricing changes here. Really the only thing that I'm seeing is the 3070 Ti changing from 609 to 599, 596 to 499 on a 3070, 3060 Ti 479 compared to 399. You see the rest. Keeping in mind that Nvidia will start rolling out its original RTX 40 series with the higher end models, it's logical for the company's partners to sell off GeForce RTX 3080 Ti, 3090, 3090 Ti first, which is why these products are now below MSRP. It also helps that those were all severely overpriced to begin with. If Nvidia's AIB partners still have excessive boards in stock before the Green Company launches its ADA Lovelace lineup, we expect these products to get even cheaper, which is what two Chinese websites are reporting. It's noteworthy that some of EVGA's mid-range GeForce RTX 30 series boards are sold at prices that are higher when compared to Nvidia's recommended prices. Considering the fact that we are months away from mid-range RTX 40 series, there is no current need to sell them below MSRP. Several weeks down the road, Nvidia's AIB partners will reconsider dropping their prices on mid-range GeForce RTX 30 series devices as well. Nvidia and its allies will not confirm planned prices cuts. They misspelled that. Nvidia and its allies will not confirm planned price cuts before they start to sell at those prices. So we do not expect any official information to emerge right now. Meanwhile, we do see rationale to cut prices of GeForce RTX 30 series ahead of next generation launch. So it is reasonable to expect existing boards to get cheaper in the coming weeks. Now, guys, this article doesn't say anything about the merge, but we all know why they're going to be dropping their prices. I suspect it has a lot more to do with that in the crypto market than it does with the fact that the 40 series is coming out. And let's face it, we all know that the 3090 will get launched first, and we probably won't see anything else for a considerable amount of time. We're probably looking at the earliest beginning of next year before we see or have any kind of speculative rumors on perhaps a 4080 or a 4070 being released. Also, I noticed this article here saying due to chip oversupply, Nvidia reportedly resumes production of the RTX 3080 12 gig. So Nvidia has reportedly resumed production of its GA102 based RTX 3080 12 gig graphics card, according to a tweet from GPU leaker Zed Wang. The reason cited has to do with oversupply of the company's GA102 chips, which powers the company's high-end lineup from the RTX 3080 through the RTX 3090 Ti. In all, there are 6 RTX 30 series cards powered by this chip, alongside the CMP90HX mining-specific card, data center and AI interfacing accelerators A10, A10G, and the A40, as well as the company's RTX A4500, A5000, A5500, and A6000 series for a total of 14 SKUs. So yeah, could we see some 3080s coming in finally? I know there were a few that trickled into Best Buy a couple of weeks ago. Those got sold pretty quickly. I don't know if I should say surprisingly, considering that the merge is coming up, but yeah. And on a dark humor note, I did see this as well. Best Buy cuts hundreds of store jobs to shave costs. And I just have to mention this. I don't know if you guys had this experience walking into a Best Buy and trying to obtain a graphics card, but if you've used the app trick like I have to see if they have a particular Founders Edition card in stock, only to show up and be told, no, we don't have it, I'm going to put that on the employees. Now, there has been speculation by other YouTubers that this was going on, but I can confirm first-hand knowledge that this happened to me on multiple occasions. I would see that the Founders Edition was in stock, go up to the store, walk in, ask them if they had the GPU, watch them walk back to the locker, open it up, look at it, come back and tell me that it's not there. Now, that may not seem very suspicious. However, on other occasions during a drop, let's say for example, I'm the third person in line, 2 people in front of me, they get a 3080, I ask for a 3070, knowing that it's in stock. I watch them pull about 10 graphics cards out of this locker and then tell me that they have no Founders Editions left in stock after only selling 2. So quite frustrating, because I know what they're doing. They're either A, keeping them for themselves and scalping them, or they're holding it for a friend, which, you know, if you're holding it for a buddy, I can't say that I blame you. But if you're scalping it, shame on you. Anyway, moving on, we got an article here about the Intel Arc A750 benched in nearly 50 games against the RTX 3060. And I'm not going to read this whole article here, but I did want to show you some of the comparisons here, they've got a list of games here, as you can see, and the A750 is outperforming the 3060 in most cases. I don't remember if this was the one that was supposed to be closer to a 3070 Ti. I'll have to go back and look at those original articles that were coming out. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a very competitive card. Now, will it perform well in mining? I hope so, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So moving on. Next we got Ethereum merge trends on Google. And as you can see by this chart here, it goes back to August of 2021, which was about the time of EIP 1559. And we were expecting the merge supposedly to come somewhere around December or January. And you can see that Google Trends or Google searches peaked around that time frame. But look what happened here in March. It spiked up quite a ways, but if you take a look at what's happening right now, man, if this is any indication as to where price is going, which it typically is, things could do very, very well. And I pose the question to you miners out there, are you going to be selling into the merge, or are you a long-term hodler? Me, personally, I am considering selling, but my game plan is to hold on for a very, very long time. Now, there is probably a more successful strategy, which would be selling at our blow-off tops and then reaccumulating in the bear market. But man, my risk tolerance it's pretty low. That may sound counterintuitive coming from a crypto enthusiast and a miner, but you know, it's so hard to know. And as I stated in the previous video, it's very important that you get a game plan and a strategy together before you ever start anything like this, and you stick to it unless there's some major catastrophe and you need to pivot. But moving on, Coinbase will pause Ethereum deposits and withdrawals during the ETH merge. Interesting. Now, I haven't seen anything from any of the other centralized exchanges, but it's important to know that they will be pausing your withdrawal and your deposits. So Coinbase announces today it will pause ETH and ERC20 token deposits and withdrawals during the Ethereum merge as a precautionary measure. So my assumption here is that any ERC20 token is also going to be paused, which is extremely interesting and probably very important that the rest of the crypto community is aware that this is going to happen. The Ethereum merge is tentatively scheduled to ship around September 15th. Coinbase has announced it will temporarily pause ETH and ERC20 token deposits and withdrawals during the merge upgrade, while customers will be able to use the platform's trading services during Ethereum's consensus mechanism switch. They will not be able to deposit or withdraw any ETH or ERC20 tokens. A precautionary measure. Coinbase is preparing for Ethereum's merge with an abundance of caution. The leading crypto exchange announced in a blog post today that it would briefly pause ETH and ERC20 token deposits and withdrawals during Ethereum's migration to proof of stake, which is scheduled to happen around September 15th. The exchange indicated the measure was precautionary. Yeah, I'm not going to read through this entire article. I think they repeated the same thing about 4 times, so we'll just move on to the next topic here, which is a tweet and a response from Vitalik. Vitalik wants to burn staked Ethereum of sanction complying validators. Interesting. Let's take a look here. In a recent Twitter poll on Ethereum censorship, Vitalik Buterin revealed that he voted to punish validators complying with censorship requests by burning their staked tokens. The poll was held by a software engineer, Eric Wall, who asked the Ethereum community if they would burn the staked tokens of validators who comply with censorship requests or tolerate the censorship, and do nothing. The majority of voters, 62%, including Buterin, opted for the former. Meanwhile, 9% voted to tolerate censorship, and 29% clicked show results. As of press time, several hours remain until the poll closes. Wall's poll was a response to a tweet from Lefters, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, the founder of Rotkia, a privacy-focused portfolio tracker, who asked 5 significant proof-of-stake validators if they would comply with censorship or respond to the request by closing their staked service. Now, I have some mixed feelings about this. You know, I am all about keeping Big Brother from putting sanctions on anything crypto related. However, what does that say for the centralization of the project being able to burn someone's coins that have staked on the platform? Man, I'm going to have to do some more thinking on this one, but I would love to hear from you guys. So if you would, please leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. And before we get into our last subject, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please hit the like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the latest information. So the last thing I want to bring to you guys today is Hiveon bringing a new pool for ERGO. Now, I speculated that we should see some changes to the fee structure from Hiveon in my previous videos, and I suppose that is going to be the case. If we look here, let me see if I can find this tweet here. Okay, I don't know what your followers will say, but our devs will soon be hard at work on some new pool options at ERGO platform. So yeah, I suppose this is telling us that there is a pool for ERGO coming to Hiveon. I would suspect that it's going to work the same way as Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. If you're mining ERGO and you're not mining to their pool, there may be a fee, so something to keep in mind. Now I hope ERGO is the go-to option after Ethereum switches to proof of stake. You may have another horse in the race. Maybe that's Flux, maybe that's Ravencoin. I love all of these projects, but I'm being a little selfish here. Not only do I absolutely love the team and I love it being a layer 1 that's been built from the ground up on no other blockchain, I just really enjoy the fact that it runs so efficiently on my GPUs and it stays cool. It uses less power, and I'm in this for the long haul. I am concerned about the longevity of all my cards, and there's a real good chance that I will have all of these things far past their expiration date of the warranty, and I think ERGO is going to give me the best probability of reaching the limits of these graphics cards. And you know, when it comes to Hiveon, I personally have been using the platform almost since the beginning of my mining journey with GPUs, and I absolutely love it. I think it is the best platform to use. They have more tools than anyone else. They have more development. They work on this constantly to make sure that the users have an excellent experience. And for that reason, you know, this coming to light, I've dug a little bit deeper into Hiveon, and I wanted to share some of the things that I found with you guys. So if you look at the Hiveon forum here, I tried to find something that maybe would give us more information to the announcement of the ERGO Pool. Didn't find anything on there, but I did find this. According to CB Insights, which is a company that focuses on providing you information about companies, the only 2 people that were listed here would be the Chief Operating Officer and the Chief Marketing Officer. And I looked up these 2 people here. I couldn't find a whole lot on, I believe it's pronounced Lena. If I butchered that, I'm sorry, please forgive me. But she has a link here to Hiveon in her LinkedIn, but she has been there for 3 years and 11 months. Prior to that, her education was Kyiv National Taras, I can't pronounce that, university. And looking at Serge's information here, he says, I have over a decade of experience building, leading, growing, and marketing tech and software companies. I've held positions as CEO, CSO, and CMO in cybersecurity, online privacy, and in crypto software development, launching and scaling multiple B2C multi-platform software projects in global markets. Prior to joining Hiveon, I led strategy at Clariotech, the developers of a series of apps and services for securing Mac and mobile platforms. My academic background is in information technology, and I hold a master's degree from the National Technical Institute of Ukraine. Now, there's a lot more information about Serge, and one thing that just absolutely blew my mind is he looked familiar to me. I wasn't sure where I had seen him before, but maybe you have seen this. Serge is from Ukraine. I believe he's from Ukraine. But this is where I saw him from originally. You guys are going to just be blown away by this.
Citizens of Ukraine staying strong as they are torn apart from their families.
Joining us now is Sergei Sozniak, who was separated from his family in Kyiv, Ukraine. And Sergei joins us now. Thank you so much for being here. It's our understanding, Sergei, that you had to leave and you were able to get out with your family out of Kyiv, but that your parents are still there. Is that correct?
Hi there, guys. Yes, I'm outside of Kyiv right now with my family, with my wife and 2 kids, and my parents are back in Kyiv. I mean, not back in Kyiv. They're just staying there. And comparing to most of the people in Ukraine, I'm in a very good position here because it's pretty quiet here. We just spent here probably a couple of hours in the bombshell.
Wow, just incredible. This was posted on February 28th of 2022, and like I said, I remembered seeing his face before. I knew I had seen it somewhere, and I had seen this video previously, and my heart goes out to them. Guys, I personally support Hiveon. I hope that you do too. They are going through a lot, and they are still managing to produce an amazing platform for you guys. So if you're not currently using Hiveon, if you're using something like NiceHash, please, nothing against NiceHash. They serve a purpose and they do it well, but it does not help when it comes to potential 51% attacks. And it's happened before on the platform. It's very likely to happen again. Yes, I've had this debate with many people online. I'm not going to speculate if there's any nefarious activity going on there, but it's proven, okay? NiceHash has been used to attack coins in the past, and it can be again. So I personally choose to put my hash rate on Hiveon and use their platform, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Anyway, if you like this video today, please give me a like and subscribe. I'll have some more great content for you guys coming up. I have my solar panels in hand, and the inverter is on its way. So stay tuned for that and come back to the channel. Hope you guys have a good one. I'm out.